How's it going, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Gameplay and Such, and in today's episode we're playing Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a roguelike, metroidvania type of thing, and if it wasn't obvious that it's a metroidvania, then it's straight up got a fucking Castlevania add-on DLC thing going on right now. It's fucking Dracula's castle in the background. I played this game a while back. I really enjoyed it. It's a game that my friend has, but like our Steam accounts used to be connected. I don't believe they're connected anymore, but they used to be. Where basically, we both got to play each other's games. And there you go. The game starts very, very quickly, just already in the game. It's a 2D Metroidvania. It's fucking awesome. I really enjoyed playing this game. Though it's not the type of thing that I'm probably gonna do a let's play on, but I think this game certainly deserves your attention, and it's a really good game. I really enjoyed it. The animations, the combat. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of roguelikes, but this might be like one of those that I actually might give a try to later. Maybe at some point. I don't know, I have so many fucking games on my list of games to play that I don't think some indie roguelike is gonna make it on that list, unfortunately. But I still felt like this game certainly deserves a shot, and for me to see it. And as much as I'm like not the biggest fan of Binding of Isaac, this game was fucking awesome, actually. So yeah. Also, I've been recently recording a lot of like Steam games, and speaking of Steam games, actually, I'm gonna go over to my Steam account. Where is it? Steam. I've recently freed up quite a lot of space on one of my disks on my computer, and I've been thinking of downloading a bunch of games that are... Over here I have a game called Against the Storm. It's like a strategy game, I think. Apex Legends, I did made a video on that at some point. Aura Kingdom I've recorded. BattleBlock Theater I've actually recorded a whole Let's Play on. It's just that I still haven't really edited that Let's Play or anything like that. Bit Blaster XL. Now that's something from my friend's playlist, from his games, so that's cool. Blockland, Brick Force. I think Brick Force might not actually be... Okay, I'm gonna download it and see if it fucking works, but I think Brick Force is a discontinued game, so even though I have it in my library, it might not be available to be played anymore. Castle Clashers, Brutal Legends, got Castlevania, Lords of Shadows. There are some certain games that I would rather play on my Steam Deck than my computer, but there are some games that I straight up never... What is this game? The Chroma. I don't know, I'm gonna try it out. I never played it. I've recently also been getting notifications. Like, whenever I go into my just, like, Google, browser app on my phone, I get these recommended articles to read, and sometimes I would like to check them out. Because a couple of, like, it seems like Google knows the type of content I like to read about. And now they're actually recommending me articles about possible free games to add to your Steam account. And also a bunch of, like, Grand Theft Auto news, because I find myself looking up those quite a lot. Even though most of them are fucking complete dog shit bullshit, but yeah. And I'm just gonna fucking download a bunch of shit. I got Command & Conquer Literate free. The thing about borrowing games from other people, because instead of saying play, it says borrow, because it's from the library of my friend. I think what the difference is that I can only like check those games out, not exactly play them. But I believe that's like a trick, that if you disable your internet and then you start playing, then the game actually... Then Steam just lets you play them for as long as you want. And there you go, I'm gonna put all these fucking games, except the ones I've already recorded in the past, and the games that I think will actually be playable on my Steam Deck. And some games are just better played. Like I have a bunch of like Frostpunk, for example. I have here from my friends. Garbanzo Quest. That's like a platformer. Gary's mod. I've been thinking of making a Gary's mod Let's Play, kind of similar to my TF2 Let's Play. Sorry that I'm not exactly talking about the game I'm playing. Instead, I'm talking about every other possible game. But like, kind of already told you really what I think. It's a 2D metroidvania game. I don't have anything against those. I like some of them. Some of them I don't. Some of them I do. I certainly really like. Fucking now I forgot the name of it. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I was thinking of Lords of Shadows, but that's not the one. And yeah, this game is certainly up with some of the best ones I've ever played, but it's like with the Metroidvania, like for example, a different Metroidvania is Hollow Knight. And I did play Hollow Knight in the past, and I did like it, but it kind of goes under the same category as this game. It's a game I played for a brief period of time. I can see people who are really into this type of shit really liking it, because I really liked it, and I'm not exactly really into roguelike. Except I don't think Hollow Knight is a roguelike. I think Hollow Knight is just straight up a Metroidvania. So yeah, I can totally see how this game might be right up someone's alley and they might really fucking like it. You know what this game feels like? It feels like a perfect game to play on a handheld. If this game ever came out for the PS Vita, I bet it would have been really fucking awesome to play it there. I remember playing Guacamelee on PS Vita and having so much fucking fun with that game. Oh yeah, that's a game I think I have somewhere on my fucking list. We got Goat Simulator, we got all the Gothic games, we got GTA 4, that's from my playlist. Gun Rocket, I think I've actually made a video on. Hearts of Iron 4, Helltaker. The fuck is Helltaker again? It's like a game full of waifus, but how's the gameplay of that game? I don't quite remember. Heroes of Might and Magic 5, the Hex, whatever that is. Holy Clash cards. I don't know, I'm gonna install it though. Inscription. KO the Kangaroo Round 2. That's playable on the Steam Deck, so I'm not installing that. Kerbal Space Program. The Last Hero of Nostalgia. That's like a Souls-like. That's like a parody of a Souls-like. It's actually really funny. I bought it on a discount. You play as this like stick figure, and basically it's like a meta kind of game where it makes fun of video game cliches. Seems really funny. Legend of Grimrock 2, the Lego Ninjago movie video game. Why do I even have that? Why do I have it installed here actually? Fucking uninstall this. Yeah, uninstall this. I think it will be better on the Steam Deck. Just wasting space on my computer. Lego Lord of the Rings. Oh fuck, I have Lego Lord of the Rings? That's fucking awesome. But I believe I have Lego Lord of the Rings somewhere here, so I can get rid of this too. I have this like folder with a bunch of pirated games, and Lego Lord of the Rings was one of them, so I just got rid of it. Lego Worlds, I did a Let's Play on that a long time ago. I got the original Mafia, Max Payne 3, Max Pixel did a Let's Play on, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I've been meaning to play that recently, but Mirror's Edge, the original one. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, Nostalgia. That's an interesting game. New Tales from the Borderlands, no thank you. Old School Rally. Old School RuneScape. I've actually recorded a gameplay on that game, and I've recorded it from my fucking phone. Out there somewhere. Oh, it's like a platformer. I think I recorded that actually. Parking Garage Rally Circuit. Pico Park Classic Edition. I think both of these games might be playable. Got Plants vs Zombies, Poker Night 2, Poly Bridge 1 and 2, Pony Island, Pony World 3? Is that even a... I think I've recorded that before, and it was one of the worst games possibly ever made. Portal 2, Project Warlock, Pseudo Regalia, with the hot goat chick. Punch Club, whatever that is. Ratatan demo. Oh, I gotta install the Ratatan demo, bro. I gotta try that out. There's been a lot of demos also coming out on Steam, and I've been kinda wondering, like, should I record fucking demos? Reborn, an indie roguelike RPG. Another meta game, since it has its genre in the title of the game. Risen 2. Rock of Ages 2, RuneScape, but like the newer version. I guess I can try it out. Okay, accept the fucking user's agreement. Saboteur, that's awesome. Saints Row 2, I think that game requires some fucking patch notes though. Say no more. Sega Mega Drive Genesis Classic Collection. Showered Your Dad, Civilization 5 and 6, The Sims 4. I think I made a gameplay and such in Sims 4, right? Did I? Let me look it up. Sims. I didn't. I think I've been meaning to make a Let's Play on that game actually, but like some point in the future. I got a bunch of Sonic games, most of which I probably would like to record off of a Steam Deck, even though some of them just refuse to work with my fucking Steam Deck, like Sonic Generations and Sonic 2, which I can't even get to fucking turn on. Sonic Lost World, of all games, it's like a Wii U exclusive, but it's also on Steam now. And it's, in my opinion, an underrated game, actually. I actually quite like it. Speedway Challenge 2025, what the fuck is this? I don't know what the fuck this is. Stanley Parable. I made 2 fucking videos on Stanley Parable because there's Stanley Parable and there's also Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. And I made gameplays on both. Got Star Wars, The Old Republic. Force Unleashed. The Old Republic is the MMO one, right? Okay, I'm gonna install it here. Takes quite a lot of memory, but I've recently freed up one of my discs, which had a lot of fucking TV shows like Miami Vice, Columbo, and all that type of shit. I have a whole fucking disc now with just 80 TV shows in it. That let's be honest, probably never gonna fucking end up watching a lot of them. But I like the idea that if I ever do fucking decide to watch these TV shows that I have an interest in, I might actually try them out because, like, I don't know, without buying any stupid fucking subscriptions to some stupid fucking... buying any dumb subscriptions to some stupid fucking streaming services. I got this game called Subverse, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ever record that. That's a porn game. Why did I buy a porn game? I don't know. I bought it for my friend as a joke first, but then he said that he played it and it's actually awesome, and I was like, really? Fuck it, I'm buying it too. Got Sunset Overdrive. Big Blaster XL. Super QE64. Surgeon Simulator. Swords and Sandals Classic Collection. Holy fuck. Tales from the Borderlands, Team Fortress 2 that refuses to fucking work recently because I can't change the resolution in the fucking game. There are billions. Tormentum. Trove, which I believe I did make a gameplay and such. In fact, I'm pretty sure Trove was the first episode of gameplay and such I ever made. Tided Tasmanian Tiger. Unmetal. Super fucking fun game. Unmetal. I recommend you guys try it out. I played Unmetal on my Steam Deck while I was sick, and it was a wonderful experience with that game. Unturned, I made a gameplay and such in that game a long time ago. It was one of those games that I kind of regret that I didn't wait until I got a better computer to record that, because I'm pretty sure my gameplay of that game looks kind of like shit. Wax Weaver? I don't even know what the fuck that is. And just Crow things. That's all the games I fucking have. And I just bought a bunch of them and to download. So okay, I'm back to watching my gameplay. I am wreaking havoc, kicking ass. I'm having lots of fun. Like I said, this game has this like addicting gameplay loop. You're super fast, lots of shit happening on the screen. I really like that. But like not too fast where it's ridiculously fast. No, it's like still comprehensively fast. Enemies with different fucking approaches you have to take. Different weapons I've unlocked. Like I have a bow now and I have some kind of a turret I can place down, which is awesome. Got a new sword that applies bleed. It's just that... Well, kebab, nice. It's just that this game being a roguelike means that if I die, I'm gonna lose all that. And that's the part I'm not the biggest fan of, if I'm being honest. There was this one roguelike I used to play, but I don't remember what the fuck it was. Because I do remember a game I used to play where like each time you died you would lose your shit and then you'd have to get everything back. I don't remember what it was though. Wax Weaver downloaded. How much space do I have left in that disk? Still a lot of fucking space. These TV shows weighed way more than much more than I expected. Alright. Wait, shouldn't I have fucking Dark Souls 2 somewhere? What about Dark Souls 2? Oh, wait a minute. Am I? No, it's all games. I have 147 games. What about Dark Souls 2? Now what I might have to make my friend come over again. Because I think I've lost access to every game from his library. That's... Yeah, he would have to log in on his account once again on my computer so I can finally use his games. Because a while back I was trying to record a gameplay of Dark Souls 2 on my Steam Deck, but then the big bad enemy that defeated me was the enter your name screen because I couldn't fucking do it on the Steam Deck because I couldn't bring up a virtual keyboard or write my fucking name down. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna record that game at some later date on my computer instead. But now it seems like only games from my friend's account that I have available are the ones that I've already had installed. And I would have to get him to sign on his account once again. I also used to have access to 2 of my friends' accounts, but now I have access to none. But yeah, we're gonna do that with some next opportunity. When he comes over, maybe we'll hang out, eat some pizza, play some games, drink some beer. I'd say I'm doing pretty good. I've been playing this for like 20 minutes and I haven't died once. I bet some people played it without dying at all, but I ain't some people. I do like the design of my character, but I'm pretty sure I'm playing as a ghoul that took over some knight's dead body. I like that I can interact with the environment. How much the environment's gonna change when I play? I imagine it is randomly generated, right? So yeah, you know what? If I played this game like before, on my PS Vita or something back in the day, this would have probably been like a banger of a game. I probably would remember it very fondly, and I would probably already made a let's play of this game if I had the chance. But because this is a game I've only played ever once, and like I have to admit, it's really fucking good. But it's like just not so fucking good that I have to make a let's play on. You know what I'm trying to say? basically that I have a lot of fucking games on my Let's Play list. I'm not particularly interested in just playing this one to completion. I played it for like half an hour, got like some pretty decent footage of it, and to me that was like good enough, you know. I did it, I beat the game. Sorry, I was looking at some messages. Oh, I got a new bow. Epic. Wow, look at that. This is so fucking cool. This game rocks. And it's got an official Castlevania tie-in, so basically this is probably as close as we're ever gonna get to a new full-fledged Castlevania game. So even if... like, Konami has been recently, you know, made a remake of Silent Hill 2. Everybody loves it. Now they're making a new Silent Hill game called Silent Hill F, and already announced a remake of Silent Hill 1. So that's awesome. There's also a Metal Gear Delta remake, so Konami seems to be trying to get back into the good graces of gamers and actually fucking make games again. But what other franchise does Konami own? That's right, Bomberman. Now they did make a Bomber game a while back, and I played it, and if I remember right, the whole game fucking broke for me, and it was a really weird fucking episode of Bomberman, where the game fucking broke and I couldn't play it properly. But another thing about this game was that... No, I meant to talk about Castlevania. So I think a while back, Konami released like a phone Castlevania, like a mobile Castlevania game. It was fucking dog shit. It was a fucking poor excuse of a Castlevania game. And it was horrible. And yeah, I was really hoping that we would get, you know, like we could have a studio, just like how Konami, you know, focuses on making a new Silent Hill game, and they have a different studio making a remake of Silent Hill 1. Couldn't, for example, Konami get like a studio to work? New sword, baby. Couldn't Konami, for example, focus on making a... like later, after they're done with Silent Hill F, couldn't they focus on making a full-fledged new, like, bigger budget? I'm not saying AAA, it doesn't have to be. Recently there's been a lot of discussions that, like, why can't we just have AA games as well as AAA games? What happened to AA games? So anyway, let's say whether it's double or triple doesn't really matter, but we're gonna get like a new Castlevania game in the style of Lords of Shadows and those PS2 Castlevania games, like a full-fledged action-adventure Castlevania game, like the new God of War games and shit. And a different studio might be in charge of a different Castlevania game that's more in the style of Symphony of the Night, you know, metroidvania type of thing. It's like a dream scenario that's probably not gonna happen, you know. A very likely scenario that's gonna happen is that Konami will continue to not remember that they own Castlevania and that they can do something about it. When there were like rumors a while back, it was so long time ago, maybe like 3 years ago or so, that Sony was gonna buy Konami, and everybody said that it's a horrible idea, but I was stoked for it. I was like, what if fucking they actually gave like a big budget and made a God of War style fucking new soft reboot to the Castlevania series? That would be fucking awesome. You know, like all these NES Castlevania games are still canon. All these Game Boy Advance Castlevania games are canon. All these PS1 Castlevania games are canon. The PS2 one as well, PS3 ones. But like, you don't necessarily have to fucking learn about them. In the Castlevania TV show, in the Nocturne season of Castlevania, they actually don't have Dracula as the main villain, so I think you could like experiment a little bit. I was recently watching the Nosferatu movie, and the Dracula isn't the main vampire in that one. It's actually Count Orlok, and he could be like a, you know, basically Dracula insert, except for like a new Castlevania story. You know, for people who are not initiated with what exactly, like who exactly is Dracula and shit. I think someone just got eaten by a fish. Because like if you played, let's say that game that I've talked about exists, and there really is like a new Castlevania game, it's just called Castlevania probably, and people will refer to it as Castlevania 25 or something because it came out this year. Let's pretend that exists. You know, most people will probably be familiar with the character of Dracula, but they wouldn't be familiar with what exactly did he do throughout the series of Castlevania. So introducing a new villain like Count Orlok and basically making him a new Dracula, but with some differences. Maybe he's like a really fucked up... Like, Dracula is evil, but he has this like aristocrat energy to him. What if Count Orlok was the same, evil-wise, but in style he was just like a much more darker, greedier, more disgusting kind of vampire, like he is in the Nosferatu movie. His castle is nowhere near as nice as Dracula's castle in Castlevania. Fucking Count Orlok's castle in the movie is completely fucking fucked up and dirty and cold and ugly. So if we got like a Castlevania game with like that type of vibe instead, I think that'd be fucking awesome. Plus you can, you know, you could just simply have some new Belmont, go through the countryside, go through a bunch of places. You know, it's not like the God of War games take place in one area, travel around the world and then. So if we got a Castlevania game like that. But you know what, I kept talking about basically my dream scenario for how Konami could handle Castlevania series. I bet they're not even gonna do anything close to it. They're probably just gonna do nothing. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course they did nothing. So yeah, I would love it, but Castlevania, well, just has some tie-ins with some indie games, like Vampire Survivor, I think had a Castlevania thing. There was a... There was a Castlevania DLC to Dead by Daylight. And there was a Castlevania DLC to this game. And that's kind of what Castlevania does nowadays. They just do cameos, appearances. Oh, I finally fucking died. Body desecrated. You lost 52 cells, whatever that means. I've been on a pretty good fucking streak going on, and I got obliterated by a shitty-ass archer. And now I'm back to the beginning. Back to a new body. I think some things I've completed, like my skills might have stayed, but like my equipment's gone. I lost my epic sword. You don't get what the plot of this game is supposed to be. No, I didn't, because I only ever passed once. Anyway, pretty sure I finished the episode around here somewhere. Could have had a shield, but I said, fuck that, I don't need a shield, I'm badass. Shields are for pussies. And is the layout any different? Maybe so, I don't fucking know. I think I was initially about to go on a second run, but then I realized that maybe not, this episode's already kinda long. My throat kinda fucking hurts. I'm talking quite a lot today. Making Yakuza episodes, making this video. So yeah, talked about what I would have done with Castlevania if I worked at Konami and had something to say about it. Maybe like have a smaller studio, make an actual official Castlevania in the style of Symphony of the Night again, while a different studio might be working with a bigger budget on an actual like proper Castlevania comeback title, kind of like the God of War 2018 was a God of War comeback title, even though God of War wasn't really all that gone ever, but you know. I really miss E3 for the reason that I remember when they revealed the new God of War game and a bunch of like adult fucking men in audience just started shrieking like a bunch of little girls, and it was so fucking funny. Anyway, seems like that's over. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.